You want to focus more. You want to sit down for 2 hours of deep work without touching your phone. You want to finish a book. Or at least finish your work before the deadline is breathing down your neck. But what happens? You open your laptop, 5 minutes later, you check messages. 10 minutes later, scrolling TikTok, 20 minutes later, you're watching a video. Top 10 things you didn't know about sharks. It's not because you're stupid, it's not because you lack discipline. It's because dopamine, the neurotransmitter related to motivation and reward, is being fully exploited by modern systems. By the end of this video, you'll understand what dopamine really is, and why it makes you addicted to your phone, and how to regain focus without living like a monk on a mountain. And today's running example will be 1 5-minute phone check. What is dopamine? Simple definition: dopamine is a neurotransmitter in the brain. It is related to motivation, reward anticipation, and repeated behavior. Important, dopamine is not the happiness hormone. It doesn't make you happy directly, it makes you want to tap, want to watch, want to continue. For example, you tell yourself, I'll just check my phone for 5 minutes. The moment you pick it up, your brain has already started releasing dopamine. Because it predicts something interesting might appear, a new message, a new like, a new video. So what? That means dopamine is tied more to anticipation than to the actual reward. And that's where the problem begins. Variable reward. Your brain loves one thing most: unpredictable rewards. In behavioral psychology, a variable reward is when you don't know exactly when or how much reward will come. Slot machines work like this, and social media does too. Every time you pull down to refresh, you don't know. Did someone text? Is there a new notification? Is there an interesting video? That uncertainty is what spikes dopamine. Just like when you say check your phone for 5 minutes, you don't know what those 5 minutes will give you. So what? You'll keep pulling, keep watching, keep anticipating. The habit loop. Addictive behavior often follows a loop. Cue gives action, gives reward.
The reward is the positive.
For example, you're working, the cue is slight boredom. You pick up your phone, that's the action. You watch a funny video, that's the reward. Your brain records. Next time bored gives grab phone. This loop gets reinforced daily. 1 5-minute check isn't dangerous, but 20 times a day? So what? You're training your brain to prioritize short-term stimulation over long-term focus. Attention fragmentation. Research in cognitive science shows constant task switching reduces performance and increases the time needed to complete work. Every interruption forces your brain to regain focus. Not 5 seconds, usually several minutes. Now imagine you check your phone for 5 minutes. But it takes another 10 minutes to get back into flow,
15?
so that
What does
5
it mean?
minutes is actually 15.
Where did it go?
Repeat that 6 times a day. You just lost nearly an hour and a half just because of dopamine. Dopamine baseline, an important point. Your brain always maintains a dopamine baseline. When you constantly receive high stimulation, short videos, notifications, games, that baseline can shift. You begin to feel normal activities like reading, studying, or long-form work becoming more boring than before, not because they're bad, but because your brain adapted to higher stimulation intensity. It's like eating too much sugar. Normal fruit will taste bland. So what? You'll look for more stimulation and the loop continues. Focus is a skill. Focus isn't a personality trait. It's a skill. And skills can be trained or broken. If every day you train your brain with 5-minute checks. You're practicing distraction. On the other hand, if you train deep work sessions, you're building sustained attention. The brain has neuroplasticity. It changes based on how you use it. So what? You haven't lost your ability to focus. You've just been training the wrong thing. Reset doesn't mean delete everything. Some people say delete all social media sounds powerful. But not everyone can do that. The problem isn't dopamine itself. The problem is frequency and intensity. You don't need to delete your phone. You need to reduce random 5-minute checks. For example, turn off unnecessary notifications. Set fixed times to check. Keep your phone out of reach while working. Small changes, big impact. The friction principle: your brain prefers what's easy. If your phone is right in front of you, checking happens almost automatically. If you have to stand up and walk to another room to get it, the likelihood drops significantly. This is called increasing friction. Conversely, if you want to read more, keep a book on your desk. Reduce friction for good habits, increase friction for bad ones. So what? You don't need iron willpower, you need environmental design. Deep work. Many productivity experts talk about deep work, uninterrupted focus. In practice, it's simple. Choose one task, set a timer for 25 to 50 minutes. No phone, no other tabs, just one task.
That's when we grow.
At first it will be hard. You'll feel the urge to check your phone.
Okay, breathe, just breathe.
That's not a sign you're weak. It's a sign your brain is used to quick rewards. Push through that feeling. After a few weeks, your focus threshold will increase. In summary, dopamine isn't the villain. It helps you feel motivated. But modern systems exploit it. Variable rewards make you addicted to scrolling. Each 5-minute check trains your brain to prefer short-term stimulation. Distraction accumulates into hours lost. Dopamine baseline shifts make normal tasks feel boring. Focus is a skill, not something you're born with. Environment design matters more than willpower. Reduce friction for good habits. Increase friction for bad ones.
Understanding this can lead to better outcomes.
Final takeaway. Next time you say, "I'll just check my phone for 5 minutes," remember, you're not just losing 5 minutes. You're teaching your brain how to live. If this video helped you understand how your brain works, subscribe. Not to quit your phone completely, but to use it instead of being used by it.